organisations who are blaming you for increasing levels of misogyny.
Why, Andrew? Why, Top G? Why bring BBC down to your house while you're in the house arrest, where they're going to try to interview you to try to attempt to assassinate your character based on the stuff that you actually put out on social media as well as your website up in the general public? Why do that when they know what they actually intend is actually mainly to be? Especially when you have all this evidence that's used, could be used against you that they'll actually blatantly put out and actually ask you these types of questions rather than actually coming from a neutral position. And though I respectfully disagree on what the BBC reporter is actually doing to try to assassinate his character rather than actually ask certain questions when it comes to neutral position on what the Romanian court system was like and like how the lawyers actually doing rather than actually just digging into the case, because anything that has actually been said in court could be used against them. Again, they want to try and present all the evidence that's literally presented and all the history that Andrew's done in Lee over the course of years that Andrew himself actually chose to do, the Top G himself, that mainly bragged about overt misogyny for one, mainly bragged about force, fraud, manipulation women into his webcam business, generalizing women based on some of the stuff that he was doing with his business, and playing on his customers' emotions, playing on his male customer emotions, basically on their desperation. And here's the kicker. When you put yourself in a vulnerable position on admitting to criminal activity, admitting to money laundering, tax evasion, based on certain businesses, actually being involved in criminal enterprises, doing all these things and saying all this stuff arrogantly and boasting about it literally arrogantly, don't be surprised if you have local authorities literally coming in to try to swoop you up when you get too arrogant, literally bursting up in your britches, and all that digital footprint literally comes back to literally bite you in the ass, which would make things extremely harder for you, Mr. Tate, to actually defend your own case. And more than likely, they'll actually more than like literally put charges on you within a couple weeks ahead, if I'm not mistaken. They have until June 18th to actually officially put charges out. And they have like an 80-page pamphlet worth of accusations and data, right? In addition with yourself snitching on social media. The more that you out yourself trying to yearn for $50,000 on a box of chocolates from these big time legacy media, quote unquote, brag them out their own question, the more you will make yourself vulnerable in the Romanian court system, where they'll most likely charge you and possibly more than likely find you guilty. Now, who knows whether it's going to be guilty or not? I don't know if they're a martyr and stuff. But Top G is really making himself extremely vulnerable.